Hello friends, welcome back to the Python programming session. In today's session, let's cover file handling. Till now, we had seen how we used to get data from the user and how we used to print data onto the console. Now let's see how we can read data from the files and how we can add data into the files, that is write data into the files or append data into the files. So in today's session, let's look into file handling and let's see how we can work with files. For working with files, we need to follow three steps. Step number 1 would be to open the file in the specified access mode. And step number 2 is to perform read, write or append functionality. And step number 3 is to close the file explicitly. Now let's see into what the file path and what the access modes are there in Python programming language. So file path. So F1 is the file object and open is the function which is available in files. And we have to specify the file path, the path where the text file is present, and the access mode. The access mode can be read mode, write mode and append mode. So if the access mode is read, it is used for reading the contents of the file. The file pointer points to the beginning of the file, and for reading purposes the file should exist in the specified file path mentioned in the open functionality. So now let's look into how we can read data from the file. For this, let me say my F1 is a file object equal to open, and let me give the file path. My file is present on the desktop called sample. So let's see the path of this particular. Let's take the path of it. And we have to give double slashes everywhere so that it is the correct, then it takes the file, otherwise it does not take the file in the specified path. And desktop, and I give it as sample.txt, and I open it in read mode, so I give R as the access mode. So now I open the file called sample.txt which is present on the desktop in the read mode. Now let me say lines equal to f1.read, and now print my lines. So here we are performing the read functionality and we are printing the data present in the text file. And now we have to explicitly close the file with file object.close. So when I run the code, I get the output, hello, I am reading, because in the file, let me show you the file. In the file, it is having hello and then I am reading. So this details got printed on the console. Hello, I am reading gets printed on the console. Now, this is for reading the entire content of the text file. Now, suppose I want to read my contents of the text file line by line. In that case, let me say line 1 equal to f1.readLine. Print line 1 and f1.close. I am closing the file object. Now when I run the code, I get only hello. So read line reads one line at a time, whereas read reads the entire contents of the text file. Now after going, and then now if I say line 2 equal to f1.readLine, let me give it again. Print line 2, then it prints the second line. Now when I run the code, I get it in the second line, I am reading. So line 1 prints hello and line 2 prints I am reading. So it reads line by line. If we give just read, it reads the entire contents of the file. So now having covered this, now for reading purposes, the file should be present in the specified path name. So if the file is not present, it throws an error. Python interpreter throws an error. So the file should be present in the specified path for reading purposes. Now let's see how we can write details into the file. For writing details into the file, we have to open the file in the write mode. And we have to give the statement f1.write, and we have to specify what we want to write into the file. I am writing. And then I close my file object. So here I am taking the same sample text in the write mode and I want to write I am writing into it. So my file over here, sample.txt, currently is having hello I am reading. When I open it in write mode and try to write contents into the sample.txt, it will overwrite hello I am reading, it will erase everything and it will write I am writing into the file. So now when I run the code, and now if I check sample.txt, check my sample, I can see I am writing print on the text file. So it has overwritten the earlier contents with the new contents. So this is how it works in Python. Now if my file is, let me give sample1.txt and I want to say I am writing. But in my desktop I do not have sample1.txt. So what will open functionality do when it is in write mode? It will create a new file called sample1.txt and it will write I am writing into the newly created file. So now when I run this, it would have created a new file called sample1.txt and it would have written I am writing into it. So this is how it works in Python. So there are two scenarios. If the file exists, it will overwrite the contents with the new contents, and if the file does not exist, it will create the file and write the contents into it. Now if we want to append data into an existing file, let me take sample.txt and I want to append data into it, and I want to add I am appending. For even appending, we have to give it as f1.write. There is no append command, separate command like append, it is write. It is the command f1.write and we have to specify the text which we are appending. So when it is used in appending purposes, if the file exists, new content will be appended to the existing data in the file. So sample.txt is having I am writing. So the file pointer points to the end of the data and then it will start writing I am appending after I am writing. So now when I run the code and check out sample.txt, it would have written I am writing and then it has appended I am appending after I am writing. So the content gets added into the file. It does not overwrite as we saw in the write access mode. It appends to the existing data. And now suppose I give sample2.txt and I want to write append, I am appending to it. sample2.txt is not present on my desktop. So what will it do? It will create a new file called sample2.txt and it will write I am appending into it. So now when I run the code, and now if I check out on the desktop, it would have created sample2.txt, that is sample2.txt, and it would have written I am appending into it. So this is how the 3-axis modes works in Python programming language. The first one is the read axis mode. The second one is the write axis mode. And the third one is the append axis mode. Hope so friends it is clear for you. If you have any doubts, please do reach to me out in the comment section. If you like my video, click on the like button and please do subscribe to get notifications of my new videos. Till then, see you. Bye bye.